Hello everyone and welcome to Galaxy 89 Cars. Now in this box I have my brand new camera, and when I first bought it I didn't anticipate making this video, but it arrived and I thought, as a camera is an integral part of the sort of relationship that we have, it's the conduit. Now calling myself a filmmaker might be a little bit grandiose considering I just make car videos, but either way, this thing here that I'm shooting on is still essentially one of the most integral part of creating and then sharing it on the internet. You know, it's what I use every single time I film to create content and then share it for everyone to watch and hopefully enjoy. So I thought, why not show you what I'm currently filming on and show you what I'm going to film on. So as well as this box, I've also got a knife to help me open it and my GoPro, and I'm going to show you what I currently use to film on. All of the in-car footage you see in my videos is shot on this, which is my GoPro Hero 4 Silver. I typically have it set on 1080p, 60 frames per second and wide. Sometimes maybe I have it set on the medium frame setting as well. I rarely ever take pictures with it, but maybe I should because you can get some really cool fisheye, really wide angle things. Standard 32GB high-speed SD card inside. This camera here that you're watching me through now is the camera I use to film all of the in-depth footage on and when I vlog outside at events and things. That's my Sony PJ810E Handycam. I bought it 2 years ago, probably just over 2 years ago, and I think it served me really, really well. One of the things I absolutely love about Sony Handycams is that they have optical steady shot. So the little lens inside actually sort of moves around, and if you use a DSLR, for example, the footage that I want to create needs to be kind of smooth. Mine isn't always as smooth as possible, but it's made even smoother than a DSLR would be because of the way that the lens inside the camera works. I think it works really, really well. I did buy a manual steady shot, but it's incredibly difficult to set up. You have to reset it up every single time, and it's really, really heavy, which means some of my videos may take an hour to shoot. So imagine using something that's about 7 kilograms, 10 kilograms for an hour, lifting it up and moving it around and then having to disconnect it when I go inside. Why have I bought this? Why isn't that okay? If you're an avid YouTuber, I'm sure you've definitely watched Casey Neistat's video on diminishing return in terms of cameras and technology. I definitely believe that, seeing what he's made. One, I don't have the budget, and two, I don't think it's really that necessary. I have a new camera just because I want a crisper image. This new camera shoots in 4K. I'm planning to use that in the future, maybe not straight away, but hopefully that will mean that 1080 and maybe even 60 FPS will be better quality than this camera. Also, there was a car show in September called Salon Privé. This camera got absolutely soaked. There are some little technical issues at the moment with it corrupting files, and the optical steady shot on it has gone a little bit drunk. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this up, use my GoPro at the same time. If you spend any time on YouTube properly, it's almost impossible to ignore that unboxing videos are pretty big. That's not why I've done this, but it's sort of encouraged me in the fact that it wouldn't be weird for me to do this. Got the trusty knife, because these boxes can actually be pretty hard to get into. This package arrived earlier today and I've actually been dying to get into it all day, which is pretty annoying. I ordered this express delivery because it's currently Sunday. Tomorrow, Monday, I've got some pretty big videos to shoot. I'm going to shoot them with this. I imagine you'll see those before you see this video, as this is sort of an extra. Okay, so look at this. Surely they can have a better solution to send a camera. Look at all this extra space. I'm going to recycle it, but it's a bit ridiculous at the same time. Ugh. So look, that was it. That was the space that is used in this box. How stupid. So this is the camera. It's another Handycam, but it's a 4K AX53. I've seen some reviews of this. It's reviewed very, very highly. I personally really like the image quality of it. It obviously isn't going to be anywhere near the same kind of like picture quality and sharpness of a DSLR. But from the reviews I've seen, it's sort of getting closer to it. One of the things I hate about this camera is that the manual focus option is this tiny little sort of nipply thing on the front of it, which is actually quite difficult. This one has a manual focus ring. If you've ever used a DSLR, you'll know what I mean. You'll be able to sort of do that. This has the same function, which I'm quite excited about. So we've got up to 40 times HD image zoom, 26.8mm wide angle lens, full HD, and like I said, the manual focus ring as well. What I'll do is I'll go through all of the specs properly in the description of the video. But right. I'm interested to see the actual picture quality. I'll do a comparison and I'll actually show you the difference in image quality. So inside the box, standard stuff. We've got the cable and the USB cable to like a smaller USB, and is that a HDMI? I guess this is the charger, and a battery. I've actually upgraded the battery on this camera that I'm currently shooting with, so what I'll probably do is not use this if they're compatible, and I'll use the larger battery that I've got on there. And now for the camera itself. So this is obviously bigger than the one I'm currently shooting on. It's quite a lot bigger actually. I'll have to do a comparison and show you. I like the feel of the manual focus here. It's so much better. On the side, I'll show you here, that you can access manual focus mode on the side. The camera feels very light. Obviously you need to put everything on. The screen looks very good, flips round, perfect, and kind of that way. There's a little space in the side here that you can put an SD card. Does it have a torch? This one doesn't seem to have a torch, which is actually in total opposition to that one, because that one does have a torch. Night shot mode, all the power buttons and everything are on the side. Battery goes at the back. And here, yes, good. So there's a flap on the top that I just opened up, and I can put a cold or hot shoe mount or something in here. So I'll be able to use the shotgun microphone that I've got on top of my camera at the moment. The buttons here are for zoom in and out, and then there's the automatic photo mode there, with another small little compartment on the side here where you can plug the microphone in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the battery in, and hopefully there'll be a little bit of charge in it, and the next image you see after this will be with this brand new camera.
You're listening to Always Sunny. Always Sunny. 2.
Brought to you by...
One of the biggest differences between my new camera and my current camera is the way you charge it. In this, there's a DC input that goes in here, and then it just plugs into a plug into the wall. The way you charge the camera that you're currently watching is that you pull out a USB, which is inside of the handle, and then put that into a USB cable that then plugs into a plug. I don't know if this is going to be easier. Potentially, hopefully, we'll see. So I'm just going to do a quick little comparison run through of them here on the table. So you can already see there's quite a significant size difference between the new camera, the 4K camera, and the PJ810E here. In terms of what I was talking about earlier with the manual focus mode, this on the new camera is how you access the manual focus mode, and then you use this at the end here to actually focus itself, like more similar to a DSLR. On this camera, there's a small button at the end here, and then that's it. That's all there is to manual focus. In terms of the build quality, this one actually feels a little bit sturdier and a little bit better than this. This feels thinner plastics, it feels lighter. This feels more bulky, which for me, I don't know why, but it feels like quality. The screen on the new camera is very, very responsive, and it just generally feels quite high quality. You can go through options very, very easily, although I'm going to have to turn these noises off because they're quite annoying. This camera over here, the older one, it's quite slow and buggy in comparison. So, see, it sort of doesn't respond anywhere near. You really need to push down onto the screen to actually get a response out of it, because you can do that. And it's quite annoying, but this one is like really, really big leaps ahead. I'll try my best to show how the actual lens works, how it stabilizes. The way it sort of moves up and down like that. That is the actual active stabilization factor. So to conclude this video, I like the feel of this initially. It's going to be interesting to see the comparison between the different footage that I took on this and this. I tried to get pretty much the same things just in my garden, but we'll see. Obviously usability, as I've showed, is already increased with this camera. The real test is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to Mercedes-Benz World to film a new AMG GTR and also a little feature on the new Yellow Night Edition A45. So it will be interesting to see the video quality of the AMG GTR video and the Yellow Night Edition A45 in comparison to the 599 GTO that I shot on this. Equipment is expensive. I'm not one to beg for money or anything like that. I probably spent £3,500 on video equipment at the moment, and it's only going to get more because I want to continue doing this and going into the future. On the subject of not begging, I do have a Patreon account, and if you do actually really like my content, feel free to drop something in. You don't have to, of course, it's totally up to you. I hope that was an interesting insight for you. I've never done anything like this before. And if you ever want to see me do something like this again, please leave a comment below. So with this new camera, I hope to produce better quality videos. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and until then, cheers.